Joel used to be a legendary detective. He'd solved countless cases, but during a pursuit, an accident damaged his eardrums, and from then on, he could only communicate with a hearing aid. The problem was, whenever things got noisy, the hearing aid would glitch and blast a harsh electric squeal, driving him crazy. With his daughter's encouragement, Joel learned sign language. After months of practice, he could hold basic conversations. 16 months into rehab, he finally returned to duty, right as a new murder case hit the streets. Two men in their 20s had been shot dead downtown. A middle-aged man was the one who found the bodies. Joel walked up to ask him what he'd seen, but sirens were screaming everywhere. The noise completely messed with Joel's hearing aid, and he couldn't make out a single word. Frustrated and defeated, Joel turned and walked away. He ended up alone at a bar, staring at his badge, wondering if he was still fit to be a cop. Not long after, his partner Mark showed up. Mark could tell Joel had lost confidence, so he reminded him, being a detective is in his blood. No one is better at solving cases, and right now they needed him. Mark told him they had a witness from the murder, someone who was deaf. That meant Joel's sign language could finally be useful. The two of them went straight to the woman who called 911. Her name was Ava, a freelance photographer. Joel asked her in sign language what she saw. Ava said she'd gone out that night to photograph the moon and accidentally walked into a terrifying shooting. She'd even recorded the whole thing on her phone. In the video, you can see a group of men arguing, then another group suddenly pulls weapons and shoots one of them in the head. Zooming in, the killer's face is clear as day. Solid, high-value evidence. Mark took Ava's phone, telling her he'd copy the video and return it. Joel remembered he hadn't replied to his daughter's text, so he made an excuse to use the bathroom. That's when his phone died, and his hearing aid started screeching again. He set the phone down on the sink and noticed a box of Narcan. That's an overdose reversal drug. Joel immediately got suspicious. Was Ava dealing drugs? He checked Ava's darkroom where she developed photos, but didn't find a single picture of the moon. As he left, Joel put it together. Ava probably wasn't out taking photos that night. She was out buying drugs. On the drive home, Joel realized he'd forgotten his phone and had to turn back, and that's when everything went bad. The killers from the video showed up at Ava's apartment too. They marched straight in, pulled a gun, and forced the lock open. Because Ava is deaf, she didn't notice a thing. One of them rushed her and grabbed her. Joel arrived just in time to spot a lookout at the entrance, so he acted like a random passerby and kept walking. Then he circled around, climbed up, and got to Ava's window from outside. Inside, the leader demanded answers. Had anyone seen the video? Did she show it to anyone else? Ava, trying to stay alive, kept shaking her head. After that, the leader ordered his men to restrain her, then pulled out a syringe, planning to inject her with drugs and stage it as an overdose. Ava was seconds from dying. There was also a gun on the table. Joel didn't hesitate. He burst in.
What the fuck?
Get back!
All right, oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Back. Gun on the floor.
All right, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa! Wait! Fuck! Hey! Hey!
He shouted for them to drop the weapon and pulled Ava behind him. Another thug stormed in, and Joel fired immediately, dropping one of them. Then he grabbed Ava and tried to get out, but there was another man waiting downstairs. With no way out, they had to climb through a window into another room and hide. The thugs weren't familiar with the building, so they couldn't find them right away. The leader noticed Joel didn't have a phone, and since the apartment building stood alone, all they had to do was seal off every exit, and Joel and Ava would be trapped. Once things calmed down a bit, Ava panicked. She'd only told Joel and Mark about the video. So how did the thugs find her this fast? That meant there had to be a mole inside the police. Joel told her to stop lying and tell him everything. Ava finally admitted the truth. That night, she really was out buying drugs. One of the men who got killed was her supplier. She never expected a conflict would break out and that they'd be executed right in front of her. Joel told Ava to stay hidden while he looked for a way out. But not long after he left, a police car pulled up outside. Ava was thrilled. She thought she'd been saved. Then she saw who stepped out. It was Mark. And that's when she realized the worst truth of all. Mark was working with the dealers.